Okay, if you're looking for a book to read to take you into another land, it might be The Warden's Legacy. And the author lives right here in Arizona. It's Joe. How are you? Good morning, Joe.
Hi, how's it going?
Pronounce your last name for me, Joe.
It's Junta.
Junta. Joe Junta. I love it. How long have you been writing books?
25 years?
Wow. And have you done it all from Arizona, living here?
Yeah, I started while I was at ASU, and I finished there in '95, so it's been a while.
Wow. And what number book is this for you in this type of realm?
This is my seventh.
There's seventh book. All right, let's talk about this book because it's definitely, what can I say, a legacy of a book. So tell me a little bit about it.
Okay, so I originally envisioned it as a reverse of the old trope of the boy who finds a dragon egg and raises the dragon as his own. So I turned it around and I made the book about a dragon who finds a literal boy egg and raises the boy as his own.
That's something different because usually, as you know, we have what's kind of like the dragon movies and stuff where the boy finds a dragon. The dragon now is the hero in this. So how does that play in the book?
So I set it up as sort of a dystopian future in the fantasy world where dragons have kind of destroyed everything. They've set all the forests on fire and it's basically destroyed the food chain. There's just not anything left to eat. And there were a group of humans who were responsible for keeping the forests alive, and they were called the Wardens. And so what he actually finds is a magic wooden egg where wardens are hatched from.
And what's really good is that
the warden has his own to try and restore balance in the world.
Yeah, I'm sorry for someone because as you were saying about this group, you kind of like find yourself as part of this book. I mean, when you start reading it, you kind of like start going, wow, this is like my life a little bit. This is kind of like what I'd love to do. I'd love to be a part of.
Good.
Did you ever think that the book would be like that?
I usually set out with an idea and just kind of work from there. I try not to create characters specific for the purpose of people identifying with them. I just try to tell the best story that I can. And then anything that comes from there is just coincidental.
So, all right, behind you is the dragon. That's the hero of this book. But what's really neat is that the person who illustrated this for you is in Norway?
Right. His name is Henning Ludvigsen.
So, and is he known for these type of drawings?
He does a lot of character artwork for board games. He is pretty famous for doing that. Card games, board games. He's part of a small gaming company. I think their latest game was called Moons of Madness.
Wow.
He's a pretty popular guy.
How'd you hook up with him?
So when I was first starting to look to publish it, I went to a site called DeviantArt to look for artists, and his artwork really stood out. So I contacted him, and he was actually the first person I contacted, and he wrote back to me, and he agreed to do the covers. So he did the covers for all three books of my trilogy.
So, wow. And what I like is that in this trilogy, you kind of like, as we said, we make the dragons the heroes because in the past, we've seen the dragons been the bad people. It's been the person who's been angry. It's been the animal that just wants to destroy everything. But in this, it's a lot different.
This one is, yeah. So most of the dragons in the world are like that, but he's very different. And you find out why by the end of the book. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's a reason why he's different.
So you sure you don't want to give just a little away? No.
It would completely ruin the book. It's like reading the last chapter first. You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that. Okay, well, as we know this is a legacy, how many more books are we going to see coming out of you regarding this dragon or regarding the whole Wardens?
So I've gotten in the habit of creating standalone stories so that people don't feel burdened with that first book of like, oh, there's three. Do I want to, commit to three books all at once? So I've set it up so that I could write sequels if the book is popular. Usually it's a wait and see kind of thing, but I do have ideas.
I don't know if this is going to be a wait and see. I think this one's going to definitely be moving you forward. I mean, come on, it's a
Hope
lot
so.
different than what we've seen with dragons, and dragons are coming back. I mean, I think that's the big thing as we're starting to see from, what is it? I think How to Tame a Dragon 25 and stuff. So, but this is a lot different.
I'm sorry, did you ask something? I was laughing.
Was I just getting you going, oh my goodness, I hope dragons do it, this is going to work? Did I get you? Let me tell you, on our show, you go far, and you're going to, which is going to be cool. So,
I hope so. It's been a while.
yeah. All right, how can people find out more about the book and where they can find out more about you and your different books?
So the publisher site is brickcavemedia.com, and then my site is jajunta.com.
So, perfect. And you're right in the back. Are you going to be out doing any signings coming up anywhere?
We haven't done any sightings since COVID started.
Wow. Are you ready?
We might have something coming up later, like 6 months from now, maybe.
Yeah. Are you ready to get out there and do some of that?
Oh yeah.
So.
Going to conventions and Comic-Cons, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, I know. Gosh, that's the part I miss too of getting out and seeing the illustrator and also the author all in one place is definitely going to be. But this is working too a little bit. I'm liking this here. So
it's not bad. You don't get to see any cosplayers, but it's still pretty good.
So I know. Are you going to be excited when you see people walking around as that dragon? Is that going to be kind of neat?
I would be surprised if I did, but sure, yeah, I'd be excited.
So, all right, this is the thing. I think you need to get a dragon come on the show once we're able to open up a little bit more and have a real dragon. Can you get a real dragon? Do you get it?
I'll see what I can do.
All right, Joe, hey, thanks for joining us. We got information on aztv.com about the books and about him. And again, I love that this course authors right in our own backyard. So, Joe, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.